Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to yet another installment of your Chelsea latest news. There's a lot to go through, so without further ado, let's get cracking into it. We're going to zoom through the news because, as I said, there is plenty to go through, and as we are going through the news, we're going to provide our opinion. And just like always, I want to know what you guys are thinking in the comment section. Let me know about every single bit of information that we're dropping today. Let me know how you feel. Smash the like button. You're going to like this. There's no two ways about it. You're going to absolutely enjoy this video, this latest Chelsea news. So smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Let's get to 34,000 subscribers, and road to 40,000 is well and truly on. Ladies and gentlemen, Enzo Maresca, it's official. It's been announced by Chelsea Football Club. Lovely picture, by the way, Enzo Maresca. He looks, do you know what? Bold managers. There's something about bold managers, man. They look the part, like especially Enzo Maresca. He looks like a Donny, absolute Don. Chelsea FC, welcome to Chelsea, Enzo Maresca. So it's finally done and dusted, which is great to see. Enzo Maresca to join Chelsea, one of the biggest clubs in the world, is a dream for any coach. It is why I'm so excited by this opportunity. I look forward to working with very talented group of players and staff to develop a team that continues the club's tradition of success and makes our fans proud. I love it. You're saying all the right things. And do you know what? I hope he can live up to it. I mean, he's been part of the Man City establishment, so he should know what success really means. He should know what it takes to be successful. So this isn't some sort of a Mickey Mouse situation when we got Pochettino, where the man, let's be honest, it doesn't come from a successful, breeding success, non-stop environment. He comes from a particular environment where, you work hard, you try and get to that top four, and hopefully you stay there. But Enzo Maresca, look, he's seen success, of course. I'm not going to take this away, the fact that he's coming from championship, although he's won the championship as well. So let's get that straight. He's coming from the championship, but he's conquered the championship. So let's see what he can do. Look, there's a whole heap of stats here. Coaching career development squad, Premier League 2 champion, assistant manager 2023, treble winner, yes, with Manchester City, championship winner 2023-2024 with Leicester, 67% win rate. Whole heap of other stuff as a playing career as well. I remember him as a player, actually. There was a particular season, I remember when he played for Sevilla, 2 times UEFA Cup winner with Sevilla. Yeah. He was actually quite good when he was playing for Sevilla. So look, let's hope that he can do the trick for us, because we badly need a manager that can put Chelsea back to the top again, because we've been in the mud for way too long, especially since the new owners have taken over. Chelsea's ownership group. We are thrilled to welcome Enzo into the Chelsea family. We look forward to supporting him and the rest of the sporting team in fulfilling the potential and our expectations over the years to come. He is a highly gifted coach and leader that we are confident can help fulfill our vision and competitive goals for the club. So look, obviously, a lot of praise for Enzo Maresca. One thing we've all made it evident, and it's all over social media as well, and it's coming from Leicester fans. Look, ladies and gentlemen, this manager is not going to be your basketball type of a manager where it's end-to-end football. It's going to be a lot of control. It's going to be methodical. And at times it may even look boring to you guys, but it's all about the control. There are certain players that may not make it. There are certain players that will not see enough game time because technically, and from the footballing IQ standpoint, they may not meet up to expectations. Leicester fans will say there were a lot of players that just didn't get a look in. And apparently, right at the end, when they were stuffing up at Leicester, the senior players had to get together and have a meeting and allow, I suppose, Enzo Maresca to be a little bit more relaxed. I don't know whether they were relaxed, but at the end, they just stumbled and ended up winning it by 1 point. They were at one stage, I think, 17 points clear. So a similar thing could happen at Chelsea where certain players may just be shelved. And how he deals with that, how the players deal with that, that is what I'm most concerned about. Lawrence Stewart and Paul Winstanley, we're delighted to welcome Enzo to Chelsea. He has proven himself to be an excellent coach, capable of delivering impressive results with an exciting and identifiable style. Enzo has deeply impressed us in our discussions leading up to this appointment. His ambitions and work ethic align with those of the club. We thoroughly look forward to working with him. Yeah, look, in terms of his work ethics, in terms of his style of football, yeah, it will be, when it absolutely works out, it will be nice because it'll look like clockwork, right? But you have to, and I've been banging on this particular message since we've signed Maresca, and I would have done the same thing with if we had signed Roberto De Zerbi, right? We need to be patient. This time, more than ever, we need to trust the process. More than ever. Because we keep chopping and changing more, it's only going to damage the football club. Players will lose faith, and we're not going to be going anywhere fast. This time, we've got ourselves a manager who has a strong footballing principle. He's got a very, very good philosophy about how to play the football. We need to stay patient. We have to stay patient. Yeah, there is expectations to do well next season. Of course there is. But if it's missed by a certain margin, we shouldn't be thinking about chopping and changing unless it's an absolutely calamity. It has to be an absolute calamity for us to keep doing the manager merry-go-round. If it's just by a little margin, we need to stay patient. The criteria drawn up for the head coach Chelsea was looking for goes something like this: playing style and philosophy, having to aim to control games with defensive stability, a brand of football that suits the squad already in place, and future plans to recruit. I think that is one of the most important part. What do we already have? Who are we thinking of bringing? It's all got to align with how the manager wants to play. I think this is where it was a lot of mismatch with Pochettino. And it makes me think, why did you even select Pochettino in the first place? Desire to forge a relationship with the supporters and build a connection, very, very important. Strong data on keeping players fit and available. Another one where I don't know whether this is another place where Pochettino fell out, I suppose, with the club. Record of improving players and getting them to fulfill potential levels. Look, improving every single player and every single player will fulfill their levels. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that. Not everyone's going to make it. But hopefully a lot of them do make it, considering we do well as a team. If we do well as a team, a lot of these players will do well. But even if we do well as a team, there will be certain players that might just not make it. And I think that is the reality of it. Being willing to work within the structure built at the club, most important. Most important, this one. Whoever is the manager, and in this case is Enzo Maresca, obviously we saw Pochettino parting ways. One of the biggest reasons is this. You have to be willing to play. You have to be willing to abide by the rules and regulations of how the board and the owners have built the structure and the model, which is a lot of young players and developing them and turning them into superstars. And look, it's somewhat unprecedented in the Premier League for top clubs, 100%. You can probably see these sort of things in Brighton, Dortmund, Leipzig, but not Chelsea caliber of clubs. So that is definitely unprecedented, but let's see what Enzo Maresca can do. Chelsea was struck by Enzo Maresca's enthusiasm for the vacancy as well as his vision for how he can help Chelsea recapture the elite status in English and European football. I love it. I love it, man. That's exactly where we need to be. Back on top in the Premier League, back on top in European competitions. None of this, conferencing. We're not even in Europa League. So I feel like he's serious about this. I really do. Because he comes from an establishment that exudes brilliance, exudes top caliber success. So he's not here to just pick up the paycheck. I'm pretty sure he was probably confident enough to land a good job knowing his quality as a manager. He probably believes in himself a lot. And he probably thought, I'm going to land a big job either way. I think he's chosen Chelsea Football Club because he sees an opportunity to awaken the sleeping giant again. Bring us back to the top. And I think this will he will look at this as a big challenge for him, and that is his motivation to bringing Chelsea back again. Enzo Maresca is already preparing for pre-season, having asked Chelsea's data room to provide performance analysis on every player from youth level to first team. He also requested the information of each person with whom he will work at Chelsea's training ground, and has started rewatching matches from the 2023-24 season under Pochettino while holidaying in Marbella. This guy, that's a lot of work here. Data for every player from youth level to the first team. And that's great. Now that the new owners have come in, there's a whole abundance of data. Wasn't there when Roman era was on. So there should be no issues in getting data on every single one of these players to understand who can bring and what they can bring. Maybe some players can break through from the youth level, who knows, into the first team. We may see some surprises. And I think that might be one of his remit as well in his managerial duties. But look at these other stuff that he's been doing. He's been watching every match from 2023 to 2024 season, the season that just finished. That's impressive. It might get a bit, it might get a bit crazy watching some of these games. Dangerous. But I'm glad he's doing all of his homework, and he wants the preseason to start ASAP. This guy's eager to go. He's eager to go. Hopefully we have a fantastic preseason, and we start the season with a bang. We cannot start the season underwhelmingly. It needs to be with a bang, saying that we're here to compete, and we're here to work hard. Enzo Maresca has been told the right things and sent the right messages. He's been reassured he will be supported and surrounded by enough elite people that can work alongside him to guarantee the club can achieve their first major aim of finishing in the top four. So look, this is coming from Guillem Beleg. I think he's one of his closest friends. Very, very good journalist. Look, ambitious, top four. I don't mind that at all. Why not? But all I'm saying is, from a realistic point of view, this type of football that Enzo Maresca wants to play is going to take a bit of time. It's going to take a bit of time, and I don't want the fan base to be Enzo Maresca out as soon as he's fifth or sixth, or marginally he's just out of sixth, because it is 100% going to be a process. Yes, we have talented players. Yes, these talented players should be able to pick up the way Enzo Maresca plays. We've been beating the drums and saying that technically these players are very gifted. So now we have a technical manager that, it shouldn't take that long. They should be able to pick things up, but the entire team needs to be in sync. This is why the preseason is so important. This is why players like Enzo Fernandez so important to be in the preseason. We're going to talk a little bit about Enzo Fernandez and all the other players that are in contention of going to the Olympics who are not going to go, because Chelsea, it's the message coming from Enzo Maresca that he wants all of these players to stay. Fantastic. And he talks about, all the other backroom stuff. I think he himself is bringing 6 people, including Willy Caballero, another Chelsea cult hero coming back. One of the other ones that I want to talk about is what's his name, Cueva, the guy from Brentford, our set piece coach. He's also going to be starting very, very soon. I hope there's not too many chefs in the kitchen. I hope they can all know who's doing what, and there's enough time for the players to schedule in work with all of these people. I think that is the most important part. The last thing you want to see is our set piece manager, coach from Brentford, coming in and he's a bit lost as to how does he fit in? When are these training sessions going to take place? Who's going to be monitoring the keeping the set piece manager accountable? Who's going to monitor their progress? Are Chelsea getting better in set pieces? So on and so forth. All of these things Enzo Maresca needs to be on top of, because we did get Cueva prior to getting Enzo Maresca. So that's a relationship that needs to click, because that's not someone Enzo Maresca, thought in his mind that when he comes to Chelsea, that he's going to have this other coach, ready there. So that is something that we need to look out for. Chelsea hierarchy are prepared to allow Enzo Maresca time to build. I think that needs, we as a fan base, we need to accept this. Regardless of what you say, oh no, if he can't achieve this, he can't achieve that, he's got to go. No, it can't. You need to be patient. This time, you have to be patient. This time, I think we finally got a manager or head coach that will play the brand of football most of us want Chelsea Football Club to play. There will be those odd ones. It'll be reminiscent of the Sarri era, where a new style of football was just not going down well with the match-going fans. But we need to stick. We need to stick through that. We need to go through all of that adversity and just stay true to the process. Honestly, I'm not even joking anymore. Unless, as I said, if it's a calamity, then if we end up being 10th, 11th, 12th again, well, then he probably needs to be sacked. All right, now that is all the Enzo Maresca conversation. Let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. How you feel about Enzo Maresca? Now, talking about some other bombshells, some big news in regards to goalkeeper Omari Hutchinson and a whole heap of transfer news as well. Let's get on with it. Chelsea's new coach, Enzo Maresca, told the board that he really likes Roberto Sanchez. He's looking forward to working with him and believes Robert is ready for the next phase of his career. Chelsea expects Sanchez to stay at the club this summer. Look, similar things were said when Pochettino came in regards to Kepa. So I'll take this with a pinch of salt. But one thing I will say, Robert Sanchez under Graham Potter, my eyes will not mistake me. He was a decent goalkeeper under Graham Potter. This is why I said when we ended up getting him, I thought, okay, not really my first choice, because Mike Mannion was. After that was Andre Onana. And I said, okay, Robert Sanchez, from what I remember under Graham Potter, good on ball distribution, and it was a good shot stopper. Obviously, when Roberto De Zerbi came in, they fell out. And we saw the season that Robert Sanchez had last season with us. It was calamitous, mixed in with injuries as well. So we'll see whether Maresca truly uses Robert Sanchez, or is this just a bit of a PR game? I'm not willing to take a huge gamble in the keeper business. Look, if Maresca has a particular keeper on site that he feels more confident about, I think we should bring that keeper in. We've been linked with a few keepers in recent times, unless he really believes that Robert Sanchez is that guy. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let me know. Let me know how you feel about this, because this, for me, I thought Robert Sanchez needed to go. Do you know what I mean? Petrovic took over Robert Sanchez last season, albeit different style of football with Pochettino. Maresca needs a ball-playing goalkeeper, but it's a huge gamble to take if it doesn't work out. If it doesn't work out, our season could, because everything starts from the goalkeeping position, our season could actually fall apart. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea have decided to sell Omari Hutchinson this summer. Huge move here. No more loans. We're not going to entertain any loans. We did extend his contract out, maybe to, hold his value and secure his value so that we are able to sell. I think this is the model coming into fruition. This is exactly what Chelsea Football Club wants to do in the future with some of these players, buying them for absolutely nothing, free maybe in this case, and be able to sell them for 20, 30 million. Ipswich are interested, and we're looking to get Olise. I said it. Let's get Olise. Let's get Omari Hutchinson now. If you want to keep Madueke as a rotational competition for Olise, no problems. But Omari Hutchinson, ladies and gentlemen, we're not looking to loan out. We are looking to straight up sell, and I'm quite okay with that. I thought he had a fantastic loan at Ipswich. I wanted to see him in this preseason, but if it means that we need to make some room and we need to collect some money, create some revenue stream in order to purchase Olise, I'm all up for that. The fee Chelsea hope to get for Omari Hutchinson is between 25 million and 30 million. That's fantastic business. Honestly, this is the model. This is the model coming into fruition. The new Chelsea model, picking up these young players and absolutely cleaning up with them. Why not? Why not? I'm pretty sure Omari Hutchinson was on a free. And to be able to get 25 to 30 million, yeah, that is also pure profit. And that money can go to Olise's purchase if that's what we're looking to do. Looks like we are. Chelsea have made contact with Rodrigo Muniz at Fulham to evaluate the possibility of buying him. A lot of people have been saying about Rodrigo Muniz. I just didn't think of him from the get-go. This guy, look, he kept Broya away from the squad. Fulham took Broya on loan and he never got a sniff of an opportunity in the starting lineup. This guy absolutely tore it apart. Now, the thing is it a purple patch? That's what I'm worried about. But what I can say in terms of his skill set, because I did see some of those goals, he's quite electric. He's robust. He's pacey. He's got a bit of physicality about him. He's not a weakling. He can move the defenders around. He's fast. He's mobile. His movement inside the box is very good. He's good in the aerial side of things as well. Score a couple of headers. Technically quite gifted inside the box and outside the box. Brazilian, there is going to be that level of technicality. So look, this is an interesting one. Fits the project. 23-year-old. I'm just worried whether it was a purple patch last season with Fulham. I don't know too much before that for Rodrigo Muniz, but it's an interesting one. You could potentially pick this guy up for cheap. I don't think he should be that expensive, and I don't think his wages will be that expensive either. So from that project standpoint, the model that we have in terms of what are the criteria to buy a player, young, less than 25-year-old, cheap transfer fee, cheap wages. So it fits that bill. Yeah, I mean, it's a gamble, isn't it? It is a gamble. You'd want an established player up there. We've been linked with Osimhen and all these brothers. Obviously, they're not. Osimhen, we're out of it. And all of a sudden to Rodrigo Muniz. It can be a bit underwhelming, but at the same time, who knows? Maybe these are the rising superstars for the future. And we're all about the rising superstar for the future. Another transfer news, ladies and gentlemen. Dayot Upamecano. Let me know your thoughts about Rodrigo Muniz. I'm very keen to know about that. Dayot Upamecano is considering a move to Premier League. Several clubs from England, one team and Chelsea in particular, are said to be very interested. Look, with this particular transfer, ladies and gentlemen, I think Upamecano is a very good defender, but I've seen him too many times with bozo moments, man, honestly. Not just in Bayern Munich, but in Leipzig as well. I think he was there before. Pretty sure he was in Leipzig or Leverkusen, one of those other Bundesliga teams. And I've seen him too many mistakes. It's almost so that he lost his place under Thomas Tuchel. So look, I don't know how much I'm keen with this particular defender. And then once again, do we need more defenders? A lot of people are saying, the whole Tosin transfer is because of Thiago Silva leaving and Tosin comes in and replaces him. Perhaps we're looking at another defender if Chalobah goes. Look, I still believe keep Chalobah, man. But I understand pure profit. But I'm not really sold on Upamecano. Let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in regards to all of the shenanigans that's happening for that Olympics situation, which is creating chaos. Look, I had a strong stance for Enzo Fernandez not going to the Olympics. I needed the brother to stay in preseason, and you need to help Chelsea Football Club. But since then, I've spoken to many people on my channel in the live stream and also in our playback. Please follow our playback. For those I know, we have a playback channel, Football TV. I will put the link in the description. Make sure you guys subscribe to Football TV on playback, where we have regular call-ins and we talk about a whole heap of things. And when we had quite a lot of fans, Chelsea fans, come and talk about this whole scenario, I got to understand that, look, Enzo Fernandez wanting to go to Olympics is not really Chelsea versus Enzo Fernandez. It's really Chelsea versus Argentina. Argentina, and especially nations in South America, nations in Africa, nations in Asia, more so than the European ones. I think the European ones are not too phased about playing in Olympics, but for these nations, Olympics is a huge factor. It's not just the footballing part, but being part of Olympics, the historic event, a glamorous event. Do you know what I mean? A lucrative event. It means a lot to them. So they expect their soldiers to play for their country. So from that perspective, I get it. But I really need, Baghdad Iqbali. And the other perspective is Baghdad Iqbali, fought to buy Enzo Fernandez, literally, with Rui Costa. And, the fact that we're going to America, Iqbali would want to ensure that his superstar players are all there for this American tour. American owners want all their assets to be there. And most importantly, he just had a surgery in his hernia. I don't think it's wise to have back-to-back international tournaments. Go and play Copa America. That's important. That's a FIFA event. Go and do that. No one can stop you. You deserve to play that. You deserve to win that. But you need to be back for the preseason for Chelsea. It's very, very important. Official no Enzo Fernandez in Argentina's Olympic squad. Look, that is natural because he's actually in the Copa America squad. And this is what a lot of people have been saying. This is a pre-Olympic squad. So there could be still a situation where Enzo might go after the Copa America because this squad is not, this is a pre-Olympic squad. So changes can happen. Enzo will play the Copa America, then he's expected to return to Chelsea as per Ben Jacobs. Of course, he's expected, but the matter is still not done and dusted yet. As I said, I think Enzo Maresca has already said no to Malagusto, Benoit Badiashile. He's already said to Thierry Henry, who's the coach of the Olympics team, French Olympics team, that these players are not going to go. And I'm absolutely happy about that. We'll see if any other young Chelsea players are linked to go to the Olympics. But if you're a very, very important player, I would like you to stay at Chelsea Football Club for the preseason with this new manager, especially now with this new manager, where there's going to be a whole heap of things that is going to be new. If it was still Maurizio Pochettino, I can understand some players wanting to go because you have a relationship with the manager. You should know how we're going to play under this new under the manager. But with this new manager, it's all different. Chelsea will bank between 11 million and 14 million from add-ons in clauses of loan and transfer deals this season. Kepa Arrizabalaga and Eden Hazard just under 10 million. Amanda Brea 4 million. Ian Martin unknown figure. So we're picking up money. Sad that we're picking up money and it's not really because of our success. It's because players have gone elsewhere and found success. We want to see us getting success down the track. Now, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, Cole Palmer has scored again for England. Goal. This guy, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing a superstar. We are seeing a superstar. I want to see what the final score was for England's warm-up game. England ended up winning 3-0. Cole Palmer with that penalty. Alexander-Arnold a goal. Harry Kane scored. Germany, my team, my national team, Germany, 0-0 against Ukraine. So we'll see whether Mudryk had a good game or not. And Amanda Brea scoring for Albania. Hopefully, Amanda Brea has an absolute glamorous tournament so that we can get maximum amount of money for Amanda Brea. Now, some latest news dropping in. Romelu Lukaku is a priority target for Napoli. There you go. Fabrizio Romano. Hopefully this gets done. And that seems to be the latest. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys for a live stream tomorrow. Until then, everyone take care. See ya and goodbye.